SEO Blunders, number 2, the long tail. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to the Orange Office, where we used to have many of the old talks. Here again on Brian J. Pombo Live, whether you're watching this on the many social networks that we broadcast it on, or whether you're listening to it on our podcast, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about search engine optimization. Specifically, this is the second video in this series. I'm not sure how long we're going to have this series last, but at least this one and the next one. Next episode, we're going to talk specifically about one of the fatal flaws behind search engine optimization, or SEO. Today, though, we're going to talk about the long tail. This is pretty basic, simple concept. If you're new to SEO, you'll find this interesting. If you're not, you may find it a little boring because I'm going to be covering some of the basics that I think a lot of people miss out on. And when you're looking to get found in a search engine, you're looking to get found in Google, whether you're doing organic search or paid search, meaning you're putting stuff out there in order to get found for free, or whether you're paying Google or somebody else in order to show up in the search results, you got to understand the difference between the short tail and the long tail. And I originally heard these terms from Howie Schwartz back in the early 2000s, well, mid 2000 aughts, I don't know, probably around 06 or something like that, 2006. And it was really interesting because back then Google was pretty wide open in allowing organic search to get a lot of coverage. And it was pretty simple if you knew what Google was looking for to be able to show up in Google rankings. And it didn't take much. But let me pull it back a bit. You got to look at the basics of it and what you're competing against. So let's say you're selling, let's say you restore old 1969 Mach 1 Mustangs. Okay, you restore these cars back to mint condition. You do it on the high end. You find all the best replacement parts. You find everything it's just high end as you can get, as top of the line as you can make it across the board, and you sell it for a really premium price. Okay, how would you get found on Google? What search term would you want people to find you on? Now let's go as broad as possible. What's the broadest possible term we can put on into Google? How about car? One word. Any one word on Google, you're going to, unless you've made up the word, unless it's your brand name, and no one else is even trying for it yet, if that's not the case, then you're going to have a really tough time being found on any one word. And you wouldn't want to be found on a word as broad as car, because what does that mean? That could mean a million different things. That is not what you're selling. You're selling a very premium, high-end, specific model, specific make of a specific year that's restored to the highest premium end. So you wouldn't want people, if you can at all help it, you want to only pay for the traffic that is directly related to you, for people who should be finding you, versus paying or focusing on people that should not be finding you. And most people shouldn't be finding you. You should be looking for a very specific concept. So let's go back to our example. You're selling 1969 Mach 1 Mustangs, refurbished from the ground up, high-end, highest premium style you could possibly go for. What's the next thing that they could type in? Classic car, maybe? Still, it's not specific enough. Even if you had people that were just typing in, besides the fact that you won't be able to compete for that in Google, even if you had the money to be able to purchase, to show up every time someone typed in classic car, you wouldn't want the people just searching for classic car. They could be researching. They could be just searching off the top of their head. They could be looking for a picture. There's a million things they could be doing other than being in the market for what you're selling. What is the long tail. The long tail is something to the extent of refurbished 1969 Mach 1 Mustang, and possibly maybe for sale or something of that sort, or perhaps the area that you're selling in. Let's say you're doing it in Utah. Does that make sense? It's the long tail. And you said, yeah, but hardly anyone's going to be typing that in. Yeah, but the people that are typing it in are definitely looking for what you have. That's what you want to do. You want to get as specific as possible. And it's a backwards way of thinking from how you would normally think. You don't need a big net. You need a small net. But you need to only catch the fish that you're going after. That's the point of SEO. Going after the people that are ready and specifically looking for what you have. Now, if you've got the idea that you want to focus on as many long tails as possible, not just one, because there's not going to be very many people searching for just one phrase. You got to think about every different version of that phrase possible, all the synonyms and so forth that you'd have to replace in those for those different words. Trying it with maybe a different year, just in case they're searching for something nearby that. All those things are the type of things that you'd be writing posts about, you'd be doing videos on, you'd put it into the titles of your pages, the title tags and so forth. If you know anything about that, and if we're talking SEO, hopefully you're researching into what title tags are and so forth. The keywords that are found within the text that you have available. All these things are things you have to take into account when you're looking at SEO. So please, please, please don't ignore the long tail. The long tail is how organic search is happening nowadays. And if you're doing paid search, you still want to consider the long tail, because that's going to be your most likely person that's in. If you're selling something, that's the person that's in your market, is the person that's typing in something specific. Now, the fatal flaw of SEO is hidden in there. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. If you'd like to know how to use SEO strategies and tactics to be able to help your website, to be able to help your business as you're selling online, and then you're going to want to go to brianjpombo.com. It's my name. You can see it right here wherever you're watching this. It's in the description. brianjpombo.com is the website. And just set up a time to be able to talk with me. And if you can do that, then we can go specifically deep into your specific issue and hopefully be able to help you out with that. Now, if you are in the self-reliance field, I'm offering a free chance to talk to me. Normally it's $600 and above, but if you would like to talk to me and you're in the self-reliance field and you're a decision maker, meaning you're an owner or an executive in your business, then go to dreambizchat.com. That link is in the description, dreambizchat.com, or you could just type it right into Google, take you straight there. There's a video on that page, tell you all about the dream business transformation that I offer. And it's 60 minutes over the phone or on a video chat, dreambizchat.com. Check it out. We'll see you tomorrow for SEO blunder number 3. You have a great night. Get out there and let the magic happen.